Answer your phone right now.
Sorry, I missed your call. Is something wrong?
I can't believe my son married you. How clueless are you? Don't you know basic manners? Maybe you didn't know, but when someone misses a call, they usually call back as soon as possible.
I'm really sorry about that. It's just that right now, I can't make phone calls. I'm swamped with meetings at work. Is there something you need to tell me that you can't over text?
Yes, for heaven's sake. Now you get it. For lunch today I want a grilled chicken salad. I don't know any of the restaurants around here. I have no idea which ones are good or bad. Could you search online for a good restaurant, then go and get a salad and bring it to me? It's not that hard. Isn't Googling things supposed to be your specialty?
Are you kidding me? You want me to do all that right now? Right now, I'm really busy with work. Can I get it for you later for dinner?
Did you not read my texts? I said I wanted it for lunch, didn't I?
I'm sorry, Becky, but I have no choice. I wish I could do that for you, but I'm in the middle of work. I'm on break, so that's why I've been able to text you. But I have to go back soon. After my break time, I'll be working non-stop until the evening. Can you please wait until work is over to go and get it? I know it's a long wait, but I promise I'll get it from wherever you want.
Ugh, I can't believe you don't get it. As my daughter-in-law, my comfort and happiness should be your top priority. If I ask you to do something, you need to do it right away.
But I really want to go get you that, but right now I'm really busy.
You're worthless, aren't you? I had a bad feeling about you from the moment I saw you. But now I know that you're absolutely worthless.
What? What do you mean by that?
Annie, don't you work from home? Can't you pretty much work whenever you want? You said they're very flexible. Most days aren't you just lounging at home on your laptop? If that's the case, then it should be no big deal to go pick me up a chicken salad. Can't you just order it online and then go and get it? You can do it all online now, right?
Oh, did Brian tell you that? Well, it is true that I could probably order delivery for you, but to be honest, I would rather if you did that yourself if you're in such a hurry.
Excuse me? Why are you making such a fuss about this? And the time I've been texting, couldn't you have already done it?
It's just. Whenever I've gone and done those things, I've always had to pay for it with my own money. You never once offered to pay me back.
That's what's bothering you. Why are you so stingy about the cost of it? If it makes your mother-in-law happy, then you shouldn't have any complaints about it.
I'm really sorry again, but I honestly can't go and do that right now. If that's something you really need right now, could you ask Brian if he can?
Really? You must be joking. Like I would ever make Brian run errands for me. Brian is the pillar of this family. He's the main earner, isn't he? Unlike you, this duty falls on you. Now go and get lunch for me.
I just told you, I can't right now.
I am really losing my patience with you. Annie, how many times do I have to repeat myself? At this rate, I don't think you'll ever get it through your thick head. I guess I have no choice but to teach you a lesson on how to treat me.
What are you talking about?
Exactly what I said, you dimwit. If a daughter-in-law won't listen to her mother-in-law, then she needs some discipline, don't you think? In order for you to finally understand, I'm guessing I'll have to punish you when you disobey. You forced me to take this drastic measure.
What do you mean by punishment? I can understand if you want to scold me on this, but punishment? What are you planning to do?
Let's start with no TV for a week, shall we? It has to be something serious, right? This is a punishment that will really hurt you, won't it?
You know that I always watch my shows after work. That's how I motivate myself to work hard at my job. I'm the kind of person who loves binge watching a series if I have the chance. Can you please forgive me this one time? I promise to do better in the future.
I see you're finally getting it, aren't you? Now if you want to watch TV in peace this week, go ahead and buy me lunch right now.
But Please, can you cut me some slack this one time?
If you want, we could change your punishment. How about you're banned from driving for a week instead? If you don't go and buy me lunch, you'll have to choose one of these two as your punishment, alright?
What? That's also insanely harsh. Where we live now, I need a car to get anywhere. Isn't that basically confining me to the house?
I don't like this. I don't like that. What a spoiled brat you are. I guess if that's the case, then you have no choice but to just go and buy me lunch like I asked. Stop whining and just hurry up and do it already.
You can't be serious. Fine. I'll go and buy it right now. It should only take 30 minutes or so.
Now, wouldn't that have been much easier if you just said that in the beginning? Maybe you've learned your lesson now. No matter what, you can't disobey me. I don't know if it will stick though. You're such a slow learner after all.
I'm sorry I didn't go sooner. What do you want on your salad?
2 grilled chicken salads, both with dressing on the side.
Got it.
Oh whoops. I forgot to tell you something. If you don't get my lunch to me soon, then I'll still have to give you one of the punishments we discussed earlier, okay? Don't even think about sulking or complaining or anything like that, got it? You're the one who wasted all of my precious time. Make sure you're here within the next 30 minutes.
I don't know if I can get there that fast, but I'll try to hurry.
Over 1 month later.
You're truly the most worthless daughter-in-law I've ever seen. How did my neighbor get so lucky? I wish I had a daughter-in-law that's half as good as hers.
What's wrong? Did I do something to upset you?
The problem is that you don't do anything. You're lazy.
Okay, seriously. What's going on?
My neighbor said that she's going to Alaska with her daughter-in-law. Her daughter-in-law suggests that they go somewhere cool since it's been so hot lately. My neighbor said that her daughter-in-law invited her and everything.
Wow, that's so nice of her. Alaska would be lovely this time of year. I've been there a few times.
Are you really this dense?
Huh? I'm not sure what I did, but I'm really sorry. Did you have something else you wanted to say?
I can't believe this is happening. Can you not even follow or understand something as simple as this? Normally, daughter-in-laws invite their mother-in-laws to go have lunch together or take a trip together. You've never once done something like that. After what I said, the next thing from you should have been inviting me to do something like that.
What? Really? I'm supposed to do that?
Who else should do it? You should take this opportunity to try and learn from my neighbor's daughter-in-law about how to treat your mother-in-law.
I'm really sorry, I didn't know. I hope it's okay if I ask. But why do you want to go on a trip? Your birthday was a couple of months ago, right?
Honestly, I can't even have a basic conversation with you about anything. You don't even respect me as your mother-in-law, do you? There doesn't have to be any sort of special occasion for you to invite me on a trip or something. Have you ever thought about trying to build a good relationship with me? Knowing you, it probably never crossed your mind. I've started to wonder if there's anything in that head of yours at all. It seems completely empty to me.
Oh, I think I get it now. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, but that was never my intention. I should have invited you to do something.
Yes, you certainly should have. Can you see why your actions would get off that impression? I wonder if you don't understand because you're a little immature.
I see, I'm so sorry, I was careless.
From now on, I hope you seriously spend more time thinking about how to make me happy.
Yes, I promise I'll really take that into account in the future. Do you have any plans in about a month? If not, would you like to take a road trip? We could drive over to the next state and see some of the sights. I was thinking we could just decide on exactly what we wanted to do and stay when we get there.
Would you look at that? It looks like you're now completely hopeless after all. That sounds fun. Let's go.
Great.
Now that I think about it though, there aren't really any nice hotels in that area we could stay at. Make sure you book us a room somewhere. One more thing. Make a place that actually has good room service. The world is such a dangerous place these days.
Sounds good. I'll see what I can find. Anything else you want me to look for? Oh, and before I go too deep into this, how much do you want to spend on the trip?
Spend. On what?
Did I say something wrong?
Of course you did. You're supposed to pay for everything on the trip.
Wait. What? Hold on a second. Why do I have to pay for everything? Can't we just split the cost of the room and stuff?
Absolutely not. My neighbor told me that her daughter-in-law paid for their whole trip, and she didn't have to worry about anything. Their trip was much more expensive than this road trip. You're getting off easy. You're so cheap, you know that? How did you even get married? You must be living off Brian's money, right? Then you can afford to pay for this trip.
Please don't say that. I'm not living off Brian. We both contribute to our living expenses. It would be hard for us if I had to pay for everything.
Don't lie to me. I know you have enough money to pay for this trip with both of your salaries.
Maybe, but that's not fair.
Fair? Who cares about fair? You owe me this much after all I've done for you. You just admitted that you have enough money, didn't you? Then it's settled. You're paying for everything.
Wait a minute. This was my idea, remember? I'm the one who's doing all the research, planning, booking, everything. You're not doing anything for this trip. And now you want me to pay for everything too?
How dare you talk back to me? Well, you better watch out next time I see you.
Watch out. What do you mean by that? Are you gonna hit me again? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Can we just forget about this?
Fine. Then use the money that you're stealing from my son and pay for this trip. I can't wait to brag about this to my neighbor. You're finally acting like a real daughter-in-law.
Okay, enough already. You don't have to rub it in. And for the record, I'm not stealing from Brian. I never have and never will. But fine, I'll pay for everything this time. I hope you enjoy the road trip.
Of course I will. Thanks for paying. Maybe if this trip goes well, we can get along better.
Yeah, sure, whatever you say. I'll let you know when I have some options for you to choose from.
I'll be waiting.
3 weeks later.
We're on our way. Leaving the house now. Almost there. Why aren't you picking up? Is everything okay?
Oh, oops. Sorry about that. I was so busy getting everything ready.
It's okay. I'm glad you're excited. The weather is amazing today. Perfect for a road trip, right?
Oh, absolutely. I was afraid it would rain. I've been looking forward to this so much. I've been telling my neighbor all about it. Oh, by the way, did I tell you about my plans for the road trip? I thought we should take 2 cars. I hope that's okay with you.
Wait. 2 cars? Not 1? We're going to take my car and your car on the trip? Like we'll be driving separately?
Exactly. I hope that's okay.
Oh, sure. It's just that I thought since my car is pretty big that we'd all go together.
Isn't this trip supposed to be about bonding as a mother-in-law and daughter-in-law? So I figured we'd have a car for the boys and a car for us girls. You're the one who came up with this road trip idea to improve our relationship. If it was a normal day, of course we'd all go together. But today is special, so we should drive separately. That way we could have some quality time and get to know each other better.
I see. Well, I just talked to Brian. He said he forgot to mention that you said that. Sorry for the confusion. I'm looking forward to driving with you today. It'll be fun. And don't worry about driving. You can leave it all to me.
Oh, no need to worry about that at all. I was actually planning on driving the whole way myself. I hope that's all right. All I ask is that you sit next to me and keep me company on the road. I have so many things I want to talk to you about. I don't know if we'll have enough time for everything. It's been ages since I've had a proper road trip like this, especially as the driver. I've been dying to show off my driving skills.
Okay, sure. Thanks for driving the whole time then. I'm excited to chat with you too. No need to thank me.
I love driving long distances. We're waiting for you guys outside our house in the driveway. We're all packed and ready to go.
1 hour later.
Becky, where are you? I can't find you anywhere in the gas station. I'm in the parking lot now, but you're nowhere to be seen. Neither is the car? Becky, where are you?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I must have zoned out. I totally forgot that you were with me.
Are you serious?
Sadly, yes. I'm not at the gas station anymore. I can't believe I forgot about you. Silly me. I just drove off to our next stop without checking. Right now, I'm at the highway rest stop. I guess my phone was silent. I didn't hear any of your calls.
You've got to be kidding me. How could you just forget that you had me in your car? And where are Dustin and Brian? I haven't seen their car at all this trip. I've called them both several times too, but they never answer.
Well, obviously Brian can't answer the phone while he's driving. And Dustin, now that you mention it, he usually takes a nap around this time. Maybe that's why he's not picking up.
Wait. What is happening? I was only gone for a few minutes. I told you I was going to the bathroom real quick. What did you do?
Oh, did you say that? I don't remember that.
Why didn't you wait for me to come back before leaving? Even if you didn't hear me, how could you just leave me behind?
I already told you. I just zoned out.
Ugh. Whatever. So, is Brian at the rest stop with you now?
No. Brian and I are both competitive and like to race each other to the destination. That's just how we are. That's why you got left behind. I was so focused on beating Brian, I didn't think about you.
So you just left, even though I wasn't in the car and never wondered where I was?
Like I said, I didn't realize that you had gotten out of the car. It's your own fault for not driving anyway.
That is such a load of crap. You didn't forget by accident. You left me here at this gas station on purpose, out of spite. Isn't that the truth?
Well, maybe you're not entirely wrong about that. The truth is, I don't see you as family. Since you're not family, I don't care about you or pay attention to you. That must be why I never noticed that you weren't in the car and just kept driving. Maybe it's a bit harsh for me to say that, but it's the truth, and you need to hear it. My son deserves better than a parasite like you.
Is that what this is about? Well, too bad for you too, but it looks like you won't have anything to eat for tomorrow.
Huh? What do you mean we won't have anything to eat? Did you make a typo or something? Or maybe you finally snapped. I guess that happens sometimes. People get so scared that they lose their minds.
No typo and no snap. I meant what I said and I'm perfectly sane. I know everything, Becky. Every month Brian gives you money to support your lifestyle, doesn't he?
How do you know that?
How do I know? Brian and I are married. How wouldn't I know?
I told Brian to keep this a secret from you. He betrayed me and disobeyed me? Anyway, I still don't get what you're trying to say. The fact that he gives me money has nothing to do with you or what you're talking about.
Actually, it does. You see, I'm the one who's been giving you all that money this whole time.
What? No way. Why didn't Brian ever tell me?
Think about it from Brian's perspective, especially where he grew up. It wasn't very common for the wife to make all the money. He's ashamed to tell you. That's why he never said anything about how I'm actually the one supporting you guys. We've had to support you because you're so bad with money. I know your social security isn't much, but you can live on it. But I guess you can't because of your terrible spending habits? Well, if that's how you want to treat me, things are going to change. I'm going to stop supporting you guys financially, so that means no food for you, I guess.
Stop right there. I don't believe that you're the one who's actually making all the money. If that was true, then you would know exactly how much he's been giving me. That proves you're lying to me.
Oh, that's easy. It's $3,000 a month, right?
What? You really do know? So you're telling me that all the money was from you this whole time? What kind of work do you do again?
I've been pretty private about it until now. I'm on the management board at a big company. That's how I can make $400,000 a year. Brian and I are actually going to be parents soon too. Because of that, I probably won't be able to send you the usual $3,000 a month. By the way, do you know how much Brian makes?
Wait a minute. $400,000? And you're on the board of directors?
Yep. That's right.
I had no idea what you're saying is actually true, isn't it?
It's the truth. Why would I ever lie about something like this?
Why didn't you tell me sooner? Did I do something to hurt you or something? Oh, first things first. I'm turning around to come get you right now.
Oh, there's no need for that.
No, really? I'll come get you right now. I'm a bit far away, so it might take a while to get there, but I am coming. I'm sorry.
Really? You don't need to do that. I just heard back from Brian. I told him everything that happened, and he's already on his way to pick me up.
What? Where is he? Maybe I can still get there first.
He's already on the way. There's no need for you to turn around. Oh, and by the way, our plans have changed. Brian and I are going home after he picks me up.
What? Why would you do that? What about our hotel reservation? My 5-star gourmet dinner?
Becky, you deliberately left me at a gas station while we were on a road trip. Because of that, I really don't think we can have fun on this road trip together.
How could you? Do you have any idea how much I've been looking forward to this trip? You knew how excited I was about this road trip. How could you do this to me?
Becky, this is not my fault. It's all yours. Just so you know, Brian and Dustin are really angry with you over what happened. You better brace yourself for a long talk with both of them when you get back.
This is unbelievable. You've ruined everything. My trip, my plans, my dreams. And now you have the nerve to get mad at me?
Oh, come on. Can't we just let bygones be bygones and move on with our lives? You know, you're really stressing me out and you're constant whining. Maybe you need some discipline to calm you down.
Discipline? Are you out of your mind?
Well, you seem to like that word a lot. Remember how you always used to threaten me with it whenever you wanted me to do something for you?
You wouldn't dare. What's gotten into you? Why can't you just drop it? It was a mistake.
A mistake that you made on purpose. Don't play dumb with me. I have all the evidence right here in our messages.
That was. It's not what it looks like.
Don't you think that actions have consequences? Especially when those actions involve leaving me stranded in the middle of nowhere? And making me do all the work for this trip? Didn't I suggest that we visit some nice places? Well, we did.
It's not what it looks like, I swear. I can explain. I didn't mean to. I was just stressed out by the travel. I wasn't myself. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Do you really think that I'm stupid and gullible? Do you think I can just forget what you did to me and pretend nothing happened? You're the one who loves discipline so much. Why don't you beg for me for a chance to make it up to me? Your husband seems to agree with me. He was the one who said we should cancel everything. You know how much money we lost because of that? But I don't care. It was worth it to teach you a lesson. Never mess with your daughter-in-law.
How dare you talk to me like that? You have no right to treat me this way. You're supposed to respect me and listen to me.
Now that's funny. Respect and listen to you. After what you did to me. The only reason I agreed to this trip was because I wanted to make you happy. And what did I get in return? You dumped me at the gas station and drove away. Did you really think I would still pay for everything? You've been so selfish and demanding lately.
Shut up. You're the worst. Fine, I'll go by myself and stay at the hotel. I don't need any of you.
Sorry, but that's not an option. The hotel has already confirmed the cancellation. But hey, feel free to find another place to stay tonight. Just don't expect us to help you with that. You're on your own.
Why are you doing this to me? Why now?
Don't they say that a smart person should always keep some tricks up their sleeve? Oh, by the way? And Dustin asked me to tell you something. He said if you don't get home before him, he's going to change all the locks on the house. Better hurry up then.
Fine, I get it. I see how it is. I'll go home then. Is that what you want? Fine, just tell him I'm on my way.
3 days later.
Can I talk to you for a minute? I have something really important to tell you.
I'm not busy. What is it?
Well, actually, Dustin told me that I need to get a job and start working. I was wondering if maybe you could help me out.
Sure, what do you need help with? And why did he say that? It doesn't sound like him.
He said that I need to pay you back for all the money you spent on me. I can't believe it. Dustin didn't offer to help me pay it off.
Oh, I see what's going on.
He said that I can't use his savings, but that I have to work and earn the money to pay you back. Don't you think that's just plain mean of him? He said I have to pay back all the money you gave us too, even though he used some of it as well. Don't you think he should pay you back too?
Oh, I think I get it. I don't think you're going to like what I have to say, but honestly, I agree with him. I don't think there's anything mean about it at all.
How can you say that to me? How can you say that to someone who has never worked in her life, except when I was young and single? How fair is it for him to suddenly order me to get a job and earn money? It's ridiculous. It makes me mad.
I think it just shows that what goes around comes around. You reap what you sow. You know, like karma. You brought this on yourself. But don't worry, I'm sure you can find a job and work hard.
Why are you siding with him on this? That's not the only thing he said. He also said I need to make up for leaving you at the gas station. He said I should pay you an extra $5,000 for that. You can't really think that's fair. Isn't that awful?
Well, it costs a lot of money to cancel everything that day. When you consider that, don't you think an extra $5,000 is reasonable?
No. No way. I already have to pay you back for the fees. How is an extra 5 grand on top of that reasonable? Shouldn't you be on my side on this? That's what a daughter-in-law should do.
I'm sorry, but I won't be on your side on this. I was the victim of the whole situation. I don't think it's normal for the victim to side with the perpetrator.
Are you still holding a grudge over that? Haven't I apologized enough times for that? I said sorry, so how can you still think it's okay for him to demand that of me?
Becky, are you sure you meant to text me? Did you confuse me with someone else who usually listens to your complaints? Is that what you expect from me? You're gonna tell me all of that and then I'm going to agree with you and sympathize with you. Sorry, but in this situation, I have no reason to do that. To be honest, seeing you like this makes me happy.
Why would you say that? It's not like you need the money. At a time like this, shouldn't you tell Dustin to go easy on me since you have plenty of money? You could say that and end this nonsense in a second. I know Dustin will listen to whatever you say, so come on, help me out here.
Okay, fine. I'll talk to him. I'll tell him. I think it's a great idea to make you work. You're right though. I don't need the money, I have too much of it. Sometimes I don't know what to do with it all. But more importantly, I see it as compensation for all the horrible things you said and did to me. When I think of it that way, I think it's more fair.
You're awful. Don't you think this is too much? I'm really sorry for what I did. Can't you just forgive me and let this go?
You know, saying sorry is not enough to be forgiven. There are other things that matter too. Like, making up for your mistakes. That's something you should really think about. I don't know when I'll be able to see you again without feeling angry and remembering what you did. I would never be able to relax around you if you don't make it up to me.
Don't say that. Don't you know how hard it will be for me to get a job? I can't just start working at this age. Can't you see why I'm so upset about this? It's horrible what you two are doing to me.
But isn't it you, Becky, who did so many things to hurt me on purpose? If I recall correctly, the best kind of punishments are the ones that actually affect the person being punished. And since all you care about is money and luxury, having to work is perfect. I'm honestly impressed by Dustin's idea. He deserves a medal for that.
Stop joking with me. This is ridiculous. Isn't there anything else I can do? If you can just forgive me and forget this one time. I promise from now on, I'll be as nice as possible. Please tell me there's another way to solve this.
No, I don't think there's any other way. To be honest, I've had enough of you trying to be nice and build a relationship with me from now on. If you need something, please talk to Brian instead. I don't want to stay in touch like this anymore.
You're kidding.
Well, then good luck with your job search. Sorry, something came up. I have to go.
Wait. You can't just leave in the middle of our conversation. You can't just ignore me like this and act like I don't exist.
To settle her debt with me, Becky had no other option but to find a part-time job without much consideration. Surprisingly, she managed to secure a position at a nearby grocery store. One day, she coincidentally bumped into her neighbor, whom she had always boasted to about how Dustin's income was sufficient for her to avoid work. Upon realizing that her neighbor had witnessed her working, she became completely paralyzed, resembling a deer caught in headlights. Since then, it seems that they haven't exchanged a single word. She has become as quiet as a mouse when it comes to bragging. Furthermore, Becky hasn't made any attempt to contact me since our last conversation. Honestly, it's been quite liberating not having her constantly bother and belittle me. I had forgotten what true happiness could feel like.
I can't believe it. What the heck is going on here? It's totally unacceptable. Alice. Alice. Where are you? Wherever you are, you better come here right now. Or else, don't even expect to see the sunlight tomorrow morning. 'Cause I'm gonna punish you really, really hard for this.
Oh, hi Cheryl. I'm here. I've just come back home. I'm having a shower. Could you just wait for me for a while? And what's that important thing you want to ask me to do? Don't expect to see the sunlight? You're making me scared, Cheryl.
Wait. What on earth are you thinking, Alice? Are you seriously kidding me right now? How can you be so utterly laid back as to even consider taking a shower before attending to your responsibilities? I mean, I swear, I've been pampering you way too much lately, and what do I get in return? A daughter-in-law who's becoming lazier and lazier with each passing day. It's like you believe that just because you're married to my son, you have this divine right to do whatever the heck you please, am I right? You're acting like some silly, mischievous child. And oh, have you even bothered to take a glance at the dining table? No, of course not. Because guess what? There's absolutely nothing on it. Nothing, I tell you. And do you have any idea what time it is? It's a whopping 8 in the evening, for crying out loud. And yet, you have the sheer audacity to think it's perfectly acceptable to waltz off and take a shower. You were supposed to be slaving away in the kitchen, preparing a scrumptious dinner for all of us by now. I mean, seriously, Alice, are you sure you're even worthy of the title, daughter-in-law? Because honestly, from where I'm standing, you're nothing more than a lazy good-for-nothing couch potato.
Oh, for the love of everything that's sane, Cheryl. Can you please just cut me some slack? Give me a break. I've just set foot in this house after slogging through a grueling day at work. I specifically asked you to wait for me for a little while, didn't I? I mean, is it too much to ask for a little bit of understanding? Why do you have to make such a big fuss about it? You're really going overboard here, can't you see?
How dare you speak to me this way? I swear, dealing with you is nothing short of a never-ending headache. I just can't take it any longer. So please, I'm begging you right now. Just give up on messing this house and manipulating my son.
Cheryl, seriously, what on earth are you going on about? What did I do to deserve this intense level of animosity from you? I just can't wrap my head around it. You used to be a genuinely kind and welcoming mate from the very beginning when I came into this family. But ever since your husband's passing, you've undergone a complete transformation. It's like you've become an entirely different person. You continuously hurl insults at me, harass me relentlessly. And now you're even resorting to labeling me as a stupid, disorderly daughter-in-law. It's absolutely mind-boggling. I don't even know what to say to you right now, Cheryl.
Oh, look at you playing the victim card. How original. Spare me the dramatics, Alice. I've seen through your little acts long ago. It's honestly embarrassing for me to have allowed Gerald to bring you into this household in the first place. I should have kicked you out of here ages ago. And ask for your question of why I feel this way, well, it's quite obvious, isn't it? You already know the answer deep down. How could you be so cunning as to steal your own mother-in-law's husband right from under her nose? It's a despicable betrayal, Alice.
What? I've told you a million times before, Cheryl. I am not your husband's mistress. Why can't you believe me? It's completely unfair to keep accusing me of something I didn't do. And just mark this. You don't have any evidence to jump to that conclusion. So just stop. You're making me feel hurt.
Wait, are you blaming your own mother-in-law? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I can't believe it. How could you get the nerve to do that? Okay, fine. You want evidence? I have it right here. See this.
What? What's this?
Seriously? Can't you see that it's you? I mean, come on, Alice, this is undeniably your face, isn't it? I found this picture hidden under my husband's working desk. And he had the audacity to admit that he had had a lover before. But I just can't wrap my head around the fact that he still had feelings for her even after marrying me. It's absolutely mind-blowing, and you have no idea how utterly shocked and devastated I am to accept this painful truth.
Cheryl, please, you have to listen to me. Oh my God, this is a huge misunderstanding. I can explain everything if you just give me a chance to speak.
No. I've had enough of your meaningless explanations, Alice. Your words hold no weight for me anymore. They're nothing but a pile of worthless rubbish. Who in their right mind would want to listen to a conniving fox like you?
I certainly don't.
Just imagining you and my husband being together is enough to get on my nerves. Okay, that's it. I've reached my limit with you. One more word and I swear I'll throw you out of this house without a second thought. Do you understand me?
But...
The next day.
Hey, Alice. Are you up yet? It's getting pretty late and you might want to get a move on.
Oh, hey, Gerald. Yeah, I'm awake. Actually, I'm feeling a little under the weather today. I think I might need to take a day off and rest.
Ah, got it. Well, if you're not feeling well, it's definitely important to prioritize your health. Don't worry about anything, Alice. Just focus on getting better soon. By the way, speaking of which, I've noticed that you've been seeming quite weak lately. It's a bit concerning, to be honest. Is there something going on that you haven't shared with me? You know I'm your husband, right? I genuinely want to know what's been happening and if there's anything I can do to help.
Well, nothing special. Not a big deal anyway.
Alice, listen to me. You don't have to bear everything alone. We're a team, remember? Your well-being is important to me, and I want to be there for you. We'll figure it out together. I'll always be by your side, so don't hesitate to share your burden with me. So what's up?
Well, it's about your mom. You know, she's been treating me really harshly lately. And I don't think I can take it any longer. Yesterday, she forced me to wash the dishes and do the laundry until 2 a.m. That's why I am too exhausted to handle anything today. I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize for anything. It's actually me who should be apologizing to you. I failed to protect you properly from my mother's harsh behavior. It's such a disappointment, and I feel like a terrible husband for not being able to shield you from all this.
Oh my God, no. That's not what I meant at all. Please, just hear me out, Gerald. You're not at fault here. In the beginning, your mother treated me so kindly. We all got along well. But after your father passed away, her attitude toward me completely changed. She started viewing me as someone who was trying to ruin her once happy family. She even accused me of being your husband's secret mistress. The only evidence she has is a picture she found under his desk. It's a photo of a woman who looks just like me, but with long hair. I swear, Gerald, it's not what she thinks it is. And the truth is, this is my mom.
What? Are you for real, Alice? This is your mom. Like truly.
Yes, it's true. My mom shared the story of her first love with me before she passed away. The love between her and your father was incredibly intense. They both felt a deep connection and were crazy about each other. Unfortunately, their parents strongly opposed their relationship. In fact, my grandparents went to extreme lengths, even moving far away to try to put an end to their love. As a result, my mom had no choice but to break up with her husband. It was an incredibly difficult decision for her to make. After moving to a new place, she met her husband, and they eventually fell in love and got married.
Oh my God. Is this for real? It's truly unbelievable, I must say. If this is the truth, then it's such a relief. It puts everything into perspective.
Yes, it is the truth. But the unfortunate part is that your mom didn't believe me at all. She completely dismissed my explanation and insisted on labeling me as a stupid brat or a naughty daughter-in-law. It's frustrating because I don't know how to make her understand the reality of the situation.
Absolutely, Alice. I believe in you wholeheartedly. We've been together for a significant amount of time. And I know for a fact that you're not the kind of person my mother is accusing you of being. Trust and understanding are the foundation of our relationship, and I have complete faith in your character. And there's one thing that I'm certain about, and that's the hair. Ever since I've known you, you've always had short hair. I've never seen you with long hair like the woman in that picture. It's just not your style or something you've ever done.
Exactly. I'm so glad you noticed that, Gerald. It's an important detail that further supports the fact that there's a misunderstanding here. My hairstyle has always been short. And I've never had long hair like the person in the photograph. It's clear evidence that I am not the woman my mother-in-law believes me to be.
Absolutely. I share the same sentiment. It's crucial for us to communicate the truth to my mother and present her with the facts. By doing so, we hope to dispel her false assumptions and bring her back to the kind and understanding person she used to be.
That's exactly what I'm hoping for, Gerald. I believe that deep down, my mother-in-law still has that goodness within her. It's just clouded by misunderstandings and misplaced suspicions. If we can effectively communicate the truth and the impact of her accusations, there's a chance she will realize the consequences of her actions and change her perspective. It won't be an easy task. But with patience, empathy, and open communication, we can work towards restoring the harmony in our family. I strongly believe in the power of understanding and forgiveness. And I hope that by addressing this issue directly, we can pave the way for healing and reconciliation.
I couldn't agree more, Alice. Patience will be key in this process. Changing someone's perspective takes time, especially when emotions are involved. We need to approach the conversation with empathy and give my mother the space to process the information. It's essential for us to remain calm and composed. And remember, I'm with you this time. So if she does any bad things to you, just tell me, and I'll be there for you, okay?
Okay, Gerald. Thank you so much for always trusting in me.
Don't mention it, darling. Well, take care. I gotta go to work now. See you this evening.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
More moments later.
Alice. How does it feel there? Well, that's for not obeying my orders. You stupid filthy fox. You'd better go to hell and live there all your life.
Cheryl. It's unfair for you to treat me like this. How could you lock me in your husband's room? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. How could you be this evil and vicious? Are you really my mother-in-law? And what did you have to do this for?
I'm punishing you for messing up with the happiness of my family. Is that enough to explain?
What? Not again. I told you, it's not me. It's my mom. Your husband and my mom were each other's first loves. That's why the photo was under his desk. Ugh, why don't you even think for a minute?
How dare you talk to your own mother-in-law like that? It's unacceptable, don't you think? Just who are you that can talk to me with that kind of voice? It seems like you just never fail in driving me crazy. Your presence here alone is enough to get on my nerves.
Oh my gosh, can you even listen to yourself? It's like you're speaking a language only annoying people can understand. Seriously, Cheryl, you're taking this to a whole new level of ridiculousness. I mean, have you ever seen me with your husband? Not once. I wouldn't even think about it in a million years. I treated him just like my own dad, with respect and kindness. There's absolutely no secret between us. But no, you refuse to accept the truth and instead you choose to belittle me at every turn. It's like you have a personal mission to annoy the life out of me.
Ugh.
Enough of your nonsense blabbering. I don't want to hear a single word you say. Just look at you, with that annoying voice and irritating attitude. It's no wonder I can immediately imagine you and my husband together. Is that your grand plan? Were you scheming to seduce my husband, thinking you could take over this entire house?
Ha!
What a careful and calculated scheme you must have thought up. But let me tell you, it's not going to work. My husband is dead now, like gone, 6 feet under. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Oh, please. Spare me the melodrama. Your attempts to shut me down with your annoying voice are just making my ears bleed. And trust me, I have no interest in going to those lengths you're imagining. Your husband being dead doesn't change anything for me. I never had any intentions towards him, and the fact that you think I did is beyond absurd. So go ahead, keep trying to annoy me with your voice and your baseless accusations. It's not going to get you anywhere.
Oh, so now you think that you could be so sensible and mature to give me advice? That's just hilarious. Really? I'm bursting out laughing right now. That's enough. You are just a stupid daughter-in-law. What could you do with me? You just don't have the right to do so. I'm still your husband's mother. So I have the full right to order you. Actually, you should see this as a golden opportunity to grow and become a much better wife. You must feel really lucky to have me here and teach you how to behave. If you were someone else's daughter-in-law, they wouldn't even bother wasting their time and effort for you like this.
Oh yeah, so you mean that I have to thank you, right? Thank you for mistreating me? For locking me in your husband's room and not even bringing me any food for one whole day? I don't think so. I just can't believe that you could resort to this treatment to humiliate and punish me. Even when I didn't do anything wrong.
Yes, of course you do. You stole my husband. Don't you think I'll let you live freely like this for the rest of your life?
Oh no.
Way, young lady. I realized your true face now, and I'll never let you keep doing your evil plans to manipulate my son one more time.
Oh, so now what? What do you mean by manipulate your son? What did I do to Gerald?
You know it, right? Don't try act like a victim towards me. You seduced my son and then got pregnant. At that time, I was so happy as I simply thought that having a child would be perfect for the family. But it turned out that I was actually wrong all those times. It's your cunning trick to drag us down, isn't it? You tricked Gerald into having a baby with you. And then when everything's settled, it would be so much easier for you to take over this house and order us around.
I've never thought of this even in my dreams. Ever since your husband died, it's like you became a totally different person. Just because of a photo, without any clear evidence. I don't want anything like this to happen. I just want to live like a nice daughter-in-law. And live in a peaceful life with my husband. Why do you have to make things this complicated? Making a fuss about nothing? That's not who you used to be.
It's all because of you. Look what you made me do. You made me become this kind of terrible person. But it's okay, as long as I can get rid of you, then I'll resort to anything.
You're so evil that I can't even recognize you anymore. How could you make such a sudden change? Well, I think that even when I talk till tomorrow, you will just choose not to believe me. But Gerald will.
What do you mean by that? Spit it out.
Well, if you want to know that bad, then I'll tell you. I have just told everything to Gerald. You may think that it will do no harm because he is away on his company trip right now, right? Well, guess what? I sent him pictures of your messages and told him about everything you did to me. Needless to say, he was absolutely taken aback. So he decided that we would move out right away. And he's on his way to come back home in a few hours.
Wait, what? He said what?
You have just heard me really clearly. We'll move out. I no longer have to suffer from your terrible punishments anymore.
Wait. Hold on just a minute. Are you seriously trying to tell me that Gerald actually said that? You expect me to believe you are knowing tales? Well, I'm not falling for it, Alice. You're just a master manipulator, spinning your web of lies with that grating voice of yours. I won't let you get away with it. Don't you dare scare me with your made-up stories.
Hard to accept the truth, right? Well, I knew it. You will be really shocked to hear this. Your husband died, and now your son is going to leave you behind, too. That's disappointing, isn't it? But, well, that serves you just right.
No, wait just a minute. I can't wrap my head around this. How can you possibly think that my son would betray me like this? He's always been such an obedient boy. Listening to my every word, standing by my side through thick and thin. You're trying to twist the truth with your annoying voice and your manipulative tactic. I refuse to believe a single word you say. It's absolutely impossible.
Oh, Cheryl, your resistance is like nails on a chalkboard. It's like you're living in a world of your own. For your annoying fantasies reign supreme. But let me tell you something. Reality is about to hit you like a ton of bricks. Just so you know, Gerald is on his way back home as we speak. Yes, you heard me right. He's coming and he'll be here in no time. And you know what? I couldn't be happier about it. This place, this so-called home, has been nothing but a never-ending source of annoyance. It's like living in a perpetual state of hell. Your attitude, your constant punishments, I've had enough of all of it. So, moving out is not just an option. It's the best choice I could ever make.
This is outrageous. I won't stand for it. You're just using Gerald's return as an excuse to escape from the consequences of your own annoying actions. This place is our home. And you're trying to tear it apart with your irritating voice and your incessant complaints. I refuse to let you ruin everything we've built here.
Oh, Cheryl, your denial is truly astounding. It's like you're wearing noise-canceling headphones, blocking out the reality of the situation. I couldn't care less about escaping consequences. I'm simply tired of living in the sea of annoyance you've created. Can't you hear it? Can't you hear the annoying echo of your own voice, constantly berating and punishing me?
Oh no.
This is a nightmare. If what you're saying is true, then my life is utterly doomed. I can't even fathom the thought of living without my son. He's more than just my flesh and blood. He's my whole world, my reason for existence. How could you be so heartless as to steal both my husband and my son away from me? You're a monster in human form. How dare you?
Oh, please spare me your melodramatics, Cheryl. I'm not stealing anything or anyone. It's you who has pushed them away with your constant overreacting and terrible behavior. Your annoying tendencies have driven them to seek solace elsewhere, away from your oppressive grip. Can you blame them? Who in their right mind would want to live with such a severe, overbearing woman like you?
No. You can't treat me like this. If you two all leave, then who'll take care of me? Who will give me money when I need you the most? That's just ridiculous. I don't have a job. You are always the ones who give me money. If you leave, then I'll have no one to count on. Come on, Alice, you're not that selfish, are you?
Oh yeah, Cheryl, I am. Being bullied by you all these times is just enough for me to go. It's good for you too, as you don't have to see my face every single day, right?
But I don't mean that Gerald will go with you as well. Just go alone and don't drag my son in this.
Gerald told me to do this. I did not force him at all. And he even wanted to cut ties with you, for crying out loud. Maybe when he comes home, he'll talk to you about it. He told me not to say a word, but sooner or later, you'll still need to know.
No way. Are you kidding me? You guys can't be this ungrateful to me. Please, Cheryl, tell him to think about it again. I'll change. I'll open the door for you. Don't tell him to leave me.
It's funny to see this change in your attitude. You're afraid of losing your son like this? Well, I'll tell you what. We're never going back to this house. Not even once. Just wait and see what he'll do to you. It's not gonna be easy though. Afterward, Mrs. Sherrill released me from the room and earnestly pleaded for my forgiveness, although her attempts were in vain. For hours later, Gerald came back home with an enraged expression on his face. Subsequently, he barged into Mrs. Sherrill's room, leading to a heated argument between them. 2 hours later, he stormed out of the room in anger, packed our belongings, and left the house, leaving Mrs. Sherrill standing there, shocked and despondent. Fortunately, after leaving, we swiftly found a small apartment situated in the city center, close to our workplace. With our accumulated savings, we finally managed to purchase a home of our own. We lived happily together and efficiently managed our work. It took us 5 years to secure stable, well-paying jobs, and even establish our own business. As for Mrs. Sherrill, she persistently called us, pleading for money, but we steadfastly refused to give her a single cent. Consequently, she had no alternative but to find employment on her own. Based on what I heard, she took a job as a cleaner at a food store. The work was demanding, but she had to adapt to it and earn a modest salary each month. Karma has caught up with her.